across London on 1458 AM and DAB, smart speaker, mobile app and LeicaRadio.com.
This is Leica Radio.
The Sky News Centre at 9. Travel companies are reassuring holidaymakers in Rhodes they're working with local authorities to get them back to the UK. It's after thousands of people were evacuated from hotels because of raging wildfires. Flights to the Greek island are largely operating as usual, with TUI, Jet2 and EasyJet all saying they're trying to help customers. But Claire Pearsall, who returned home last night, says her experience was different.
No information was given to us personally. We found it out through social media and news reporting. The whole situation just requires a little bit more communication.
Plans to make it easier to extend houses and convert shops into homes are going to be set out by the government this week. The Levelling Up Secretary says it'll create more places to live in inner cities, but Labour says it's not enough to address the housing shortage. Ukraine's president has vowed retaliation after Russian attacks on Odessa killed one person and injured 18 others. The city's been targeted as part of Moscow's campaign against the country's food export facilities. The 1975 have cancelled shows in Taiwan and Indonesia. It's after a gig in Malaysia was shut down because frontman Matty Healy kissed a bandmate and criticised the country's anti-LGBT laws. England's cricketers are hoping the rain stays away on the final day of the penultimate Ashes test with Australia. The visitors will resume their second innings on 214 for 5. England coach Marcus Trescothick thinks the weather helping their opponents isn't something they're thinking about.
If you start looking for other ways than internally in your team to stop games happening or to not lose a game potentially, then it becomes a dangerous point. But at the end of the day, you've got to go out and earn that victory, whatever way it is.
And Lewis Hamilton will start a Formula One race from the front for the first time since 2021. He pipped championship leader Max Verstappen to pole position in Hungary. That's the latest. I'm Kat Suave.
What are you doing?
What's that, Sergey?
What are you doing?
Just mowing the lawn. I've already got rid of those hideous weeds.
Oh, they're not weeds. They're flowers.
I can't hear you, bro, but watch out. I'm just getting the rest of them.
My delphiniums. My rhododendrons.
See you later, weeds.
My award-winning hydrangeas. Oh.
Don't wombat it. Meerkat it.
Simples.
Winner of Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards.
Leica Radio, London.
Leica Radio weather.
Today's weather, drizzle and moderate breeze in London and surrounding areas. Top temperature 22 centigrade. Sunset is at 9:03 p.m.
Yeah.
Leica Radio. Leica Radio.
Flight updates are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Flights, hotels and holidays.
Let's go for a flight update. All flights are as scheduled, but please check with your flight operators before heading to the airport.
Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Leica Radio.
Good morning and welcome to the 170th edition of Talking Points on Leica Radio with me, Keith Vaz. Happy birthday this week to Jason, Manish and today to Susan Whelan, who's somewhere in Thailand. Also this week, top stories, 3 by-elections, 1 for each party. You can't get fairer than that. Let's go around the world to get some of the other top news stories. India has outlawed the export of non-basmati white rice in an attempt to ward off looming domestic price spikes. Heavy rains have hurt crops in the country and rice prices have risen by more than 11% over the last 12 months. Non-basmati white grain rice currently accounts for about 25% of India's rice exports. A Florida jury has awarded an 8-year-old girl $800,000, about $622,000, in damages after she was severely burnt when a McDonald's chicken nugget fell on her leg. The dangerously hot McNugget burnt Olivia Caraballo in 2019. She was only 4 then, when she opened her Happy Meal in the car at a McDonald's drive-thru in Tamarack near Fort Lauderdale in Florida. Clearly, this was not a Happy Meal. My special guests on the program begin with Prina Mashru, who has 15 years of experience in executive search and selection. I'll be talking to Prina about her vision as head of human resources in Concilio and the award that she received for the best small insurance employer. From Rothley, we're going over to Paris to talk to my second special guest on the program, Amir Boutelet, who was born in Paris and who lives there. I'll ask him whether things have settled down after the disorders of the last few weeks. But before all that, I'm going to dedicate our first song to Manish, whose birthday it was this week. Let's hear Ek Khan Du Khan Madan. It's a Nepalese smash.
कसले कुरालाई दियो एक कोपी बनाइदियो ओहो कसले कुरालाई दियो एक कोपी बनाइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो छोरो हुमा सटा सुटा लादिन म सधैँभरि साथ दिन्छु झुटा कसम खादिन म झुटा कसम खादिन म कसले कुरालाई दियो एक कोपी बनाइदियो ओहो कसले कुरालाई दियो एक कोपी बनाइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो फूल तिमी ओली झरे सिउरी दिउला कलेजीमा तिम्रै नाम पटी गए फेरि सुला
पिरतीले बाँधे हेर मुटुको चारै कुना उमेर छँदै वैश छँदै मन्छ क्यारे तिम्रै हुन मन्छ क्यारे तिम्रै हुन कसले कुरा लगाइदियो एकको दुई बनाइदियो हो कसले कुरा लगाइदियो एकको दुई बनाइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो
एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो एकान दुईकान मैदान भइदियो
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I hope you enjoyed the music. There are 1,626 insurance agents and brokers in business in the UK as of 2023. My first special guest on the program today is Prina Mashru, who has for 15 years had experience in executive search and selection and has worked as a specialist in the insurance industry for the past 10 years. Having recruited at all levels, Prina's experience in coaching and managing people has aided her natural transition into HR, supporting the Consilio team on a personal level and consistently ensuring that their brokers are the happiest brokers that they could possibly be. She's now the head of HR at Consilio. Let's go over to Rothley in Leicestershire and talk to Preena Mashru. Good morning, Preena.
Morning, Keith.
Now, you work at Consilio as the head of human resources, head of HR. What exactly does the company do?
Consilio is an insurance broker based in the UK. Basically, we provide insurance solutions for businesses across various industries. We act as intermediaries between clients and insurance providers, helping businesses find the right insurance policies tailored to their business, basically.
But when you started at this company, it was obviously different to what you were doing before. Did you have, or does the company have a particular vision of what it wants to achieve?
100%. One of the reasons I joined the company was for that vision. Basically, the co-founders, we wanted to be a powerhouse in the insurance market, be different. We call ourselves disruptors of the insurance market, which is quite nice because of the way we work, our proposition, our culture, our model. It's very different from what the traditional insurance broker does.
Because for people like me, for the ordinary consumers listening to Leica this morning, getting a good insurance deal is obviously very important because the cost of insurance has gone up considerably over the last few years. Are you able to do more than the online searches to find a good deal for your customers? Because, of course, a lot of people now go online and shop. In the past, they just use the same insurance company again and again and again.
Absolutely. So we kind of have this ethos where we've got great technology in terms of our broker platform system, but we're going back to basics in terms of being that business insurance advisor. So we don't restrict our brokers to specific markets, and they can go to the whole of market to make sure they've got the right deal for their clients. So a lot of companies nowadays, it's about doing deals with insurers and getting more commissions, whereas we say it's all about treating customers fairly and finding the right insurance solutions for your clients.
Because there is a big difference, isn't there? If you get your first quote and then maybe you get another quote and somebody else looks up like a broker a quote for you, there's a big difference between insurance quotes. It's dangerous to go with your first, isn't it?
It depends who your insurance provider is. See, I know our brokers will make sure they've done the work behind the scenes to make sure they've got the right policy. So it really depends where you could be in a territory where people have been with the same broker and it's just, you see it as a renewal and it just goes through and they've not gone to the market to make sure they've found the best policy. Whereas our ethos is we'll do the research, we'll make sure we've checked in with the client to make sure we've noted any changes and have that rapport to make sure it's best out there.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a very interesting conversation with Preena Mashru, the head of human resources at Consilio. When we come back, I'm going to talk to her about what it's like to choose good employees and how you build a team. Join us after the break.
Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady, can't take my eyes off you. Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady.
राई बरेली में तो बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी.
Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady.
राई बरेली में तो बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी. अरे बहन के इतना जेवर गहना, तेज हवा से बच के रहना, गिर जाए तो फिर ना कहना झुमका गिरा ले. हाय झुमका, ओए झुमका, हाय झुमका झुमका.
What झुमका? What झुमका? What झुमका?
What झुमका? Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady, can't take my eyes off you. Pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady.
शक्ल से जितना नेक है तू, कसम से उतना फेक है तू. पड़ गया क्यों गले तुम छल्ले की तरह हरे चिपक के सल्लो टेप जैसा लगा हुआ है चिप जैसा ना किसी काम का ने ठल्ले की तरह बस ढूंढ रहा है मौका खुल के मारेगा चौका बाय चांस किसी लड़की का जहां झुमका गिरा रे
मैं सारे काम काज करूं तेरे हुस्न के ईगो का मसाज करूं तेरा झुमका जो खोया गलती है तेरी और थाने जाके एफआईआर में लॉन्च करूं जानती है कि मैं तुझे पे फिदा हूं तू ये जानती है तेरी आत्मा को मिलती ही शांति है मुझे ऐसे काम पे लगा के बस ढूंढता रहूं मैं तेरा झुमका
अरे बहन के इतना जेवर गहना तेज हवा से बच के रहना गिर जाए तो फिर ना कहना झुमका गिरा रे झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा झुमका 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 गिरा 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 रे झुमका
What झुमका What झुमका What झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा
झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में झुमका गिरा रे
What झुमका
London's biggest Asian hits, like a radio.
Red Lotus Events brings to you Rangilu Gujarat Culture Fest from the 1st to the 3rd of September, an extravaganza celebrating culture and heritage of being Gujarati with music, handicrafts, open air garba, kite flying, Indian street food, outdoor cinema, workshops and so much more. For store bookings, visit rangilugujarat.com. Exclusive radio partner, Leica Radio.
Get Leica Mobile's £20 UK Plan Mega Plus at 50% discount. Buy it today for just £10. You'll get 100 gigabytes of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes to India and 40 other countries in the first 3 months when you buy online at leicamobile.co.uk. EU roaming included. Half price sale is on. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit leicamobile.co.uk today for new customers only. T's and C's apply. Leica Mobile.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Please let us know if you have any questions.
P&R Travel in Luton are specialists in tailor-made, bespoke, honeymoon, anniversary, multi-centres package holidays all over the world and offer discounted fares worldwide. Contact P&R Travel for your best holiday on 01582 421 421. Atoll and IATA protected.
When it comes to mouth-watering flavored products, then Al Noor Foods is the choice for you. From masala, sauces, jelly, juices, biscuits, desi atta and much more, Al Noor Foods stands out. Available at all Asian grocery stores or call 020-8813-9977. Al Noor, taste the difference.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਪੀਪੇ ਭੰਨਣ ਜੋਗਾ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਅਸਲ 'ਚ ਕਦੇ ਮੌਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਦਾ
ਹਥਿਆਰ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਜਾਇਜ਼ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ
ਵੇਖਿਓ ਫਿਲਮ ਤੁਫੰਗ ਸਟਾਰਿੰਗ ਗੁਰੀ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸੰਧੂ ਤੇ ਰੁਖਸਾਰ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ 21 ਜੁਲਾਈ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨੇੜਲੇ ਸਿਨੇਮਾ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ
आया तो पिंड वैली की वरियाली चाहिए
ठंडाई खस गन्ने का रस वरियाली स्ट्रॉबेरी enjoy your favorite mocktails this summer with pindvalley.com.
सहाजा आयुर्वेदिक हर्बल मेडिसिन कंसल्टेशन सेंटर हम हमारे खानदान से नाड़ी देख के सभी समस्याओं के लिए जड़ी बूटियों की दवाई देते हैं अस्थमा एलर्जी स्किन प्रॉब्लम सोराइसिस कमर या घुटनों में दर्द आर्थराइटिस हेयर प्रॉब्लम गैस ट्रबल अल्सर्स लेडीज प्रॉब्लम वेट लॉस सेक्सुअल प्रॉब्लम्स कॉन्टैक्ट वैद्य रत्नम PV Raj 499 High Road Wembley or call 07341954351 07341954351
रंगे थे दिन
रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी स्टारिंग रणवीर सिंह एंड आलिया भट्ट। A saga of grand love between two different families. A film by Karan Johar in his 25th anniversary year. In cinemas, Friday 28 July at a cinema near you.
Dad!
What's wrong, beta?
The Indian rupee has skyrocketed and it's the best time to send money to Dadi in India.
I will run down to the money exchange now.
No, Dad, you can do it from your sofa. Download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and you'll get a fast service right from your phone.
Oi, balle. I'm going to tell all my friends to download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and take advantage of their competitive rates.
SBI UK is regulated by the FCA and PRA.
सोलर पैनल को लगवा दे, बिजली का बिल कम करवा दे, लाइका का तू नाम बतला दे, 500 पाउंड तू बचा ले।
अरे डिटेल्स तो बता दे। अभी से भी पहले सोलर फॉर गुड को कॉल कीजिए on 0800 999 1454.
Solar for Good packages. Package 1 for £6,499 without battery or package 2 for £9,999 with battery. लाइट का बोल और 500 पाउंड बचा ले।
Explore UK and Europe with Star Tours. From Paris to Scotland, Cornwall to Switzerland. Call Star Tours now on 0208 900 2323 or visit startours.co.uk.
Star Tours. The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a fascinating conversation about human resources with a human resources supremo, Prina Mushru, the head of human resources at Concilio. Now, Prina, human resources is a relatively new term, new meaning in the last kind of 15 to 20 years. When I first got my first job, it was always personnel. We're going to take you to personnel, people used to say. How do you identify when you kind of recruit? You've been in recruitment and selection. Give us some tips to the listeners of Leica Radio about what makes a good employee. How do you become a good employee? How do you become part of a team, such as the team that you've created at your company?
We're in an adult environment. It starts with trust. And because we don't have a hierarchy, we don't have middle management here. We actually say no one is a manager. So whilst I might be head of HR, I don't manage anyone. We kind of stick to everyone's on par and having that trusted adult relationship where our culture is based on a book called Reinventing Organizations by Frederick Laloux, and it basically color codes companies. So you've got your typical red company where you've got the CEO at the top shouting down orders, and various other colors to describe companies. And when you get to the color teal, we're a teal organization, and it focuses on 3 key areas where we say it's all about self-management, bringing your whole self to work, and seeing the company as an evolutionary purpose where everyone works together to build the company up. So when you combine those 3 things, actually we've got great culture here, so it seems to work.
Now, your company was named as the best small insurance employer recently at an award ceremony. Obviously, there are many award ceremonies, but it must have been very special. Commended the team on the work that they had done. How did you all feel about that?
I was ecstatic, to be honest. To be recognised at the British Insurance Awards at Royal Albert Hall is a great, great honour. And the fact we've won it 3 times in the space of 4 years is great to be recognised. But I was just ecstatic because in my heart of hearts, I knew we'd already won. I'm convinced that we are the greatest insurance employer. So I would have been pretty gutted had we had not won it, because I was pretty convinced we've won that. But it's a great feeling.
Final question about how do you tell somebody they're no longer good enough to be in the team? Obviously, in an ideal world, everyone gets on extremely well. But sometimes a member of the team persistently does things wrong. You persistently have to remind them as to what they have to do with their job. How do you deliver that message to them in a sweet, kind way that does not break their heart when you tell them, not necessarily you're fired, but sorry, you don't fit in anymore. Is that a difficult thing to do, and have you done it many times? And what are the best words that you can use when you're delivering a message of that kind?
It's not something I've had to do very often, and the reason for that is when we recruit people, we tend to have a one long induction period, which is unheard of in the insurance market. Normally it's here's your laptop, here's your mobile phone, off you go. And whereas we focus on a 4-week long induction where we talk about the culture here and what we're all about. So usually out of that, people are quite ready and understand that what the culture is here. And in terms of having those conversations, if I were to have them or have had them in the past, it's an adult environment. It's easy. It's okay to pick up the phone and say, actually, I don't think, can I give you some feedback? I don't think what you said here is quite correct. And we just have a chat about it.
Yeah. In fact, there's an ex-chairman of Shell, obviously one of the biggest companies in the world, who once said that the most important asset in the company is not the laptop computer. It's not the photocopying machine. It is, in fact, the people who work. They are the biggest assets. And when they're doing well, as they are in your company, then the company does well. Do you agree with that?
100%, yes.
Preena Mashru, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us today. We always ask our special guests to choose a song that means something special to them and to dedicate it to someone special. Which song would you like to choose, and to whom would you like to dedicate it?
I would like to choose the song from Anari, Kisi Ki Muskurahaton Pe Hai Nisar, and I'm going to dedicate this to my CEO, John Warburton of Concilio, because he actually loves this song and can sing it very well.
My goodness me. Well, luckily, we don't have a recording of John Warburton singing this particular song. So we'll have to settle for the original, but we'll expect him on Monday morning to whistle it to you when you get into work, as everyone cheers the program that you've just been on and your marvelous performance. Preena Mashru, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great Sunday.
Thank you very much, Keith, for having me on the program today, and best wishes to all listeners of Leica Radio.
Let's hear Preena Mashru's song.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर है, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर हैं, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। मिटे जो प्यार के लिए वो जिंदगी, जले बहार के लिए वो जिंदगी, किसी को हो ना हो हमें तो एतबार, जीना इसी का नाम है। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। के मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे, किसी के आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे। कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उठा। किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है।
Keith Vaz on Talking Points. Leica. Time checks are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Our lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com or call 0207 580 5000.
Leica Radio.
Traffic and travel.
Harrow View in Harrow closed in both directions because of an accident between Headstone Road and Radnor Road. The southbound M4 Heathrow Spur Road slow at the moment, just before the tunnels into the terminals. You're on about 10 minutes to your journey there. Victoria Terminus Place, that's closed in both directions because of an accident at Victoria Station. And the mainline station closed on Southeastern at Cannon Street. That's due to engineering works. That's the latest traffic and travel.
At Tesco Mobile, our summer deals are fully loaded. Save a massive £180 when you bag the Samsung Galaxy A14 with a Galaxy Chromebook Go for just $19.99 a month with club card prices. That's a load more for a lot less. This is Supermarket Mobile. Search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
And 3rd of September was $24.99 club card and 36-month credit agreement required, subject to status and availability. Club card price frozen for contract duration. Terms at tescomobile.com/terms.
This is Leica Radio.
सस्ती से सस्ती फ्लाइट्स और हॉलिडे पैकेज चाहिए तो 24 घंटे 7 दिन किसी भी समय ट्रैवल हब का नंबर मिलाइए। फॉर क्रूज, टेलर मेड हॉलिडे, होटल बुकिंग्स एंड हनीमून पैकेजेस हमसे सस्ता कहीं नहीं मिल सकता। कॉल ट्रैवल हब 24/7 और 0208 782 8833 और विजिट travelhubltd.co.uk.
Travel Hub, best service with unbeatable price.
At all protected.
Visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
Dil Singh Tak and Emperor Events presents the King of Comedy, Kapil Sharma The UK Tour. Featuring the cast and crew from the Kapil Sharma TV show, including Tiku Sharda, Kangana Sharma, Rajiv Thakur and Jaswant Singh, with more names being added very soon. Takes place on Friday the 11th of August at the OVO Arena, Wembley, and on Saturday the 12th of August at the Utility Arena, Birmingham. Tickets available now at the box office, AXS.com and theticketfactory.com. Exclusive radio partners, Leica Radio and Leica Gold Radio.
इस कड़कड़ाती ठंड में एक बढ़िया कड़क गर्मा गर्म चाय मिल जाए तो आए हाय मजा आ जाए।
अरे समझो हो गया, रॉयल चाय है ना, अब भी बन जाएगी। सिर्फ पैकेट खोलो और गर्म पानी में घोल लो, चाय तैयार, वो भी रॉयल टेस्ट के साथ। रॉयल चाय, झटपट, कहीं भी कभी भी।
मुंबई में गरम गरम पाव भाजी या दिल्ली में गोलगप्पे या फिर अमृतसर में छोले या फिर हैदराबाद की बिरयानी या
Bus. Stop drooling and start travelling. Get the cheapest deals only on travelup.com or call 0207 580 5000.
The future is unpredictable at times, but the Open University are the experts in distance learning, allowing you to fit study around your life. What's more, you'll have support from dedicated tutors every step of the way. Now suddenly your possibilities are open. Register by the 12th of January to get started. The Open University. The future is open.
EE Broadband is made for the Great British Summer. You know, when the glorious weather has everyone at home and you're doing work calls from home. You got one teenager streaming from home,
Another TikToking at home.
and a third one bringing her whole footy team to game from home. With EE Full Fiber Broadband, you get the speeds you pay for, even when everyone's online at home. This is home broadband made for summer.
Limited availability. Check coverage at ee.co.uk/coverage.
Himalaya Carpets brings you another amazing offer. LVT Click flooring, only £17.50 per square metre. 9 colours available.
Himalayan carpets for lower prices. Himalayan carpets.
Dad.
What's wrong, beta?
The Indian rupee has skyrocketed and it's the best time to send money to Dadi in India.
I will run down to the money exchange now.
No, Dad, you can do it from your sofa. Download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and you'll get a fast service right from your phone.
Oi, balle. I'm gonna tell all my friends to download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and take advantage of their competitive rates.
SBI UK is regulated by the FCA and PRA.
Dance fans, are you ready? She's on her way this August. Award-winning Bollywood choreographer and filmmaker Farah Khan is coming to London and Leicester this August. Details soon. Exclusive radio partner, Leica Radio and Leica Gold Radio. It's a Navish Media presentation.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. There have been over 2,300 people arrested since the riots began in France. My second guest on the program today is Amir Boutaleb, a student who was born in Paris, grew up there and lives in Paris. He grew up with many different cultures as he was born to French Algerian parents. A few weeks ago, Paris was burning, but it's now back to normal. Let's talk to Amir. Good morning, Amir Boutaleb. Bonjour.
Good morning, everyone.
Now, we were all, not just in the UK, but throughout the whole of Europe, shocked by events that happened in Paris. Why do you think that they happened?
So, a policeman in France, in Paris, killed a young man of 17 years old. The boy was in a car with his friends, and the policeman killed him because he don't want to give his identity card. So, yeah, he killed the young man because he don't want to cooperate. It was the thing who creates, the riots in Paris.
The issue of the police, obviously, is one that caused the riots that occurred. How would you describe the relations between the police and the local community? Generally, is it a good relationship? Is this an isolated incident that occurred?
It's a good question. It's very difficult, the relationship between police and the people of the minorities, especially with the black and Arab people. I think there is a lot of issues because, police in France did a lot of arrestation, especially in black and Arab people. I think the problem can be less better if the police are more trained.
Now, you were born in France, so you're a Frenchman, but your parents originally came from Algeria in North Africa, which was once a French colony. Why do you think that so many people come from Algeria to live in France? I suppose it's similar to the number of Asian people who've come from India to live in the UK, but what's the story behind Algerian migration? Why did your parents come to live in France?
There is a lot of reasons different about families, but the majority of people want to come in France because for having a life better. In Nigeria, there is a lot of difficult economics issue, and people also escaped the war in the 90s. They escaped the terrorism in Nigeria, and also, economics issue in Nigeria.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having an interesting conversation with Amir about the situation that occurred in France a few days ago and which caused a lot of concern all over the world. We're going to take a short break and then we're going to be back for more questions.
Keith Vaz on Talking Points. Leica.
अरे अब कहाँ गया हैप्पी? हैप्पी एक जगह टिकता ही नहीं पाँव में उसके चक्कर.
अरे सुबह को हैप्पी सिंगापुर में, रात को हैप्पी जलंधर, कभी दिल्ली,
कभी दुबई,
कभी स्कॉटलैंड.
हेलो मान ट्रैवल, कल की 2 टिकट्स पेरिस की बुक करवा दो प्लीज. बेबे को ले जा रहा हूँ पेरिस घुमाने.
हैप्पी की हैप्पीनेस का राज ट्रैवल है और आपकी हैप्पीनेस का भी. कॉल 0208099900. मान ट्रैवल, बस टिकट्स बुक कीजिए और हैप्पी हो जाइए.
सोलर पैनल को लगवा दे, बिजली का बिल कम करवा दे, लाइका का तू नाम बतला दे, 500 पाउंड तू बचा ले.
अरे डिटेल्स तो बता दे. अभी से भी पहले सोलर फॉर गुड को कॉल कीजिए on 0800-999-1454.
Solar for Good packages. Package 1 for £6,499 without battery or package 2 for £9,999 with battery. लाइका बोल और 500 पाउंड बचा ले.
Slough Mela is back on Sunday, 6th of August 2023 at Upton Court Park in Slough from midday till 8:30. Live on stage, Lembar Hassanpuri, H. Dami, Navin Kundra, JK, Rafaqat Ali Khan. For more information, call 07538017393 or visit sloughmela.co.uk. Powered by Leica Radio.
When it comes to mouth-watering flavored products, then Al Noor Foods is the choice for you. From masala, sauces, jelly, juices, biscuits, desi atta and much more, Al Noor Foods stands out. Available at all Asian grocery stores or call 020-8813-9977. Al Noor, taste the difference.
I've got friends coming over tonight. Could you help me with your special biryani, Mom?
Of course, son. You just need to add
With Ding, you can send a mobile recharge to Mom or anyone else. Whether it's more data for scrolling online or more minutes for those weekly calls, you can top them up instantly with Ding. Ding is the world's leading mobile top-up service. It's safe, secure, and has 24 hours customer support. Pick back up where you left off. Keep them recharged with Ding.
Thanks for the top-up, son.
Enjoy 50% off your first mobile top-up with the code DINGRADIO on the Ding app or ding.com.
Get the exotic feel of summer with Pind Valley's popular range of thirst-quenching desi mocktails, including Kesar Anjeer, Lemon Pudina, Kala Khatta, Gulab Gulkand, Kashmiri Gulab, and Pan Pasand flavors, among many others. Welcome summer 2021 with a taste of the Pind. Available at all Asian grocery shops. Visit pindvalley.com or call 020-8106-5716.
Haldiram brings you the most loved Indian sweets which are freshly made in UK. Now order your favorite Haldiram products online only on haldiramuk.com. Also available at your local Asian store at super special prices.
Dad!
What's wrong, beta?
The Indian rupee has skyrocketed and it's the best time to send money to Daddy in India.
I will run down to the money exchange now.
No, Dad, you can do it from your sofa. Download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and you'll get a fast service right from your phone.
Oi, balle. I'm going to tell all my friends to download the Yono SBI UK mobile app and take advantage of their competitive rates.
SBI UK is regulated by the FCA and PRA.
Tickets to India, UK and Europe से इंडिया के फ्लाइट्स एंड होटल्स की बहुत बढ़िया डील्स के लिए कॉल 020-8518-9100 और बुक ऑनलाइन tickets2india.co.uk.
Jay's Entertainment presents Altaf Raja, performing live this September in London, Manchester and Leicester. Details soon. Exclusive radio partner, Leica Gold Radio.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I am talking to Amir about the situation in Paris. He's a young student, and he was one of those people, like the rest of us in the UK, who was very concerned with what was happening there. You are obviously of two different cultures, the French culture and the Algerian culture. Are there many role models that young French men and women look up to? Obviously, there are the footballers who have done so well for France, people like Benzema and others. Who are the role models that young French Algerians look up to?
I think there is a lot of models in different sectors. I think about Zinedine Zidane. We can also think about Tahar Rahim, an actor, Karim Achoui, a lawyer. There is a lot, but I think the number one who is very, very famous is Zinedine Zidane, yes, the ex-footballer.
But at the moment, there don't seem to be many young French Algerians going into politics. In other countries such as our own, which has had also migration from former colonies, there are quite a few, like, for example, our Prime Minister. Do you think that this is not yet a career for young French Algerians to follow, or is there going to be that breakthrough?
I think in the years next, we can have, some Algerian people in the government in France, yeah?
You think it's something that will happen?
Of course.
What about the situation in Paris now? Have things calmed down in that great European capital? We're not hearing about any more disorders or any more arrests. Is it all calm again?
No, it's a calm now. No, it's a calm. It was, it's during, a few days, 3-4 days, the riots, and after, no, it was calm.
Finally, I know that you visited London very recently and had the pleasure of working here as an intern. What's your message to the listeners of Leica Radio? Give us a few reasons why it's a good idea to visit Paris this summer. Sell Paris to us.
Okay. Paris, it's a beautiful city. If you go into Paris, you will see different cultures, a city who has a lot of history. In the sector of arts, gastronomy, there is a lot of things to do in Paris. So yeah, you will enjoy this city.
Wonderful. And I can tell you from my own experience coming through King's Cross to get to Leicester, that the queues for Eurostar have gone down considerably. I mean, there are still queues. There are always queues to get on Eurostar, but it's much less. Amir, it's been an absolute pleasure. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for joining us today. We always ask our special guests to choose a song that means something special to them and to dedicate it to someone special. Which song would you like to choose, and to whom would you like to dedicate it to?
I will choose an Algerian song his name is Zawali Oufel. It's Algerian song of the area of the Shawi, and I dedicate this song to my mother and all my families in Algeria.
Wonderful. Well, that is a very cute dedication, and I'm sure that we'd all be very pleased about that. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Merci.
Let's hear Amir's special song.
يا واش يقول الفيل يا نايل مسعودة صولي وفحال نموت وما نحملش الذلة سقسي وسئلة غرب وصحراء وزيد تسلة صولي وفحال نموت وما نحملش الذلة سقسي وسئلة يغرب الصحراء وزيد تسيل هكذا يعرفوني بلا ما نسأل راك ما خليت في عقلنا نشوفك نهبل نهز على راسي نهملنا بلا ما نسأل راك ما خليت في عقلنا نشوفك نهبل نهز على راسي نهمل هكذا يعرفوني
كيف النمرة كي النار الحمراء نقوي عدياني ونضرة لا ما نسأل راك ما خليت في عقلة نشوفك نهبل نهز على راسي نهمل يقدر عرفوني نوفي بالعهود وكلامك في البارود واخواني سبوعة وعمومي في الحرب والصودة نوفي بالعهود وكلامك في البارود واخواني سبوعة وعمومي في الحرب والصودة سوالي وذهال الموت وما نحملش الذلة ساقسي وسهل غرب وصحراء وسيدت اقلا يعرفوني خذني صوالي قسني وشي اللي حالي ديما في بالي وما نبغي القل اللي ينذلع خذني صوالي قسني وشي اللي حالي ديما في بالي وما نبغي القل اللي ينذلع بلا ما نسأل وراك ما خليت في عقله نشوفك نهبل نهز على راسي نهمل يقدر عرفوني
Time's up for this week. I hope you enjoyed today's program. On next week's program, I will be talking to Al Patel, the Daily Mail pharmacist journalist, who will be talking to us not just about pharmacy, but also about food and films. But for this week, my thanks to Prina Mashru and Amir Boutaleb for joining us today. Special thanks to my producer Rina and my editor Adam. To end today's program, I'm going to play a rada from the movie Kushi, which has had 18 million views on YouTube. Please stay tuned for the wonderful Sheena, who follows the news at 10 on Leica Radio, Britain's greatest Asian radio station. This is London, and this has been Talking Points on Leica Radio with me, Keith Vaz. I hope you have a smashing Sunday.
You're my sunshine, you're my moonlight, you are stars in the sky. Come with me now, you have my desire. Na tora, nilara, aradya. Adhamuni vai pila, paramuni dekana. Tanubu tera needuga, cheeru ko tarana. Manasara, chalitara, na gundani mottam tavi tavi chandanamanta challaga dochave. Ye vandala koddi pandagalulla vennela mottam ninduga unna. Aradya, aradya, nuvve lenidedi oddu aradya. Aradya, aradya, nuvve lenidedi oddu aradya. Gari ga ba gari da ni da ni da ba da da gari ga ba gari da ni da ni da 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 ni da 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 ni da 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 ni da da ba ga ba da da ba da 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 ni da ni ba ba ni da da ba gari ga ba ga da ba da da ni da gari ba ga da ba gari da da ba gari ga ba ba gari ga da da ba ni ga da 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 ba gari da ni ga ba da da. పూటన బయట చేరాలి నీదాకని చిన్ని మెడవంపులో సాగాలి ఆట తేడాలు అల్లింపులో పండగలున్న వెన్నెల మొత్తం నిండుగా ఉన్న